life question from Sarah.
Um, so my question is when I first started learning Kabbalah, I felt like the concepts really resonated with me. I felt connected to the community. I felt connected to what I was learning, and I could feel what I was applying, albeit very small, to the environment around me. And then I started noticing that I would have these periods of, I guess I could call it darkness, where I felt completely disconnected. I had no desire to learn. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do anything else but that because it didn't feel fulfilling. And I still stuck with it. I kept learning, I kept reading, and eventually it would pass. Is that normal? And if so, what is it and what do I do with it?
Yeah, not only is it normal, it's absolutely necessary. I got something going on with my throat. Hold on a sec. You know, that's what throws everybody off the spiritual path, no matter what path they're on. These crises of faith are simply not understanding how nature works with us. And we, in general, 99% of those who have, who aspire to reach connection with the quality of the Creator or to reach spirituality are thrown off the path because of this phenomenon. This is exactly what Kabbalah teaches. It's how useful that is and how much that is an essential, that is the force of development. And it also allows us to see the transformation taking place. Now, at first, when you begin to study, your ego is very pleased with the process. My goodness. I'm I'm one of the special people. I I responded. I feel brave now. I'm connected with something. I'm going to learn something that I've always wanted, and all of these things are very satisfying to the ego. But what we're being taught, what we ultimately want to learn, is not to be a prisoner of the ego. So, to your benefit, because you're being exposed to the light, eventually the ego gets no pleasure from it. It goes, nah, there's nothing in this for me. Bingo. Because it is not where the truth is. And it will always try to turn us away from the greatness of the goal, from the reality of spirituality, and put us back into our shell of self-concern. When these things happen, it's actually not a fall, it actually is spiritual advancement. And there's the methodology of Kabbalah, along with the connection to others, is this process by which we learn to rise above the emptiness of the ego and work with the quality of the light. And also, when this happens, Sarah, is you're in a place of free will. Up until that point, you're being run like a robot by your will to receive. It's getting pleasure out of everything, and then it comes to a point where the dose of light is too strong, and it goes, oh no, that means there's nothing for me in this. And you have to go to a place where you rise above that, and there's your opportunity. Because up until that point, you didn't have any free will. You were either being pulled by some bright light, or you're being pushed by your ego. Go get that for me. Go get spirituality and bring it back to me. And now you're not influenced by either the light or your ego. And now, whatever you do in that gap, that is your own intention. That's a true act. That's a spiritual act. Because the Creator is not dependent on anything in order to be constantly bestowing, giving, and support of creating and directing life. Nothing hampers the quality of bestowal. And likewise, there is nothing that is either going to make you do it or stop you from doing it. It will be a quality within you that will say to rise above this in what we call faith above reason, because everything that's in our ego is the sort of polluted reason. It's like a mixed reason that wants everything for itself. But the quality of the Creator wants everything for the system. And now you have an opportunity to be unfettered by any of those forces except the pure will to bestow, which is alive in your own intention. You'll learn more about this process. This is what you're learning, precisely that.